All right, everyone. This one is going to be very, very special for you guys because if you have no idea how the funnel works or what even is a funnel, you're going to learn a lot today. And not only am I going to show you, I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to show you pretty much exactly step by step of how people are making millions and millions of dollars online by selling coaching programs or scaling systems, whatever it may be. And not only have I personally used this system to scale one of our companies, or two companies that reach over $3 million in just 1 year. I personally have a marketing agency that I'm using this exact systems, and my clients have generated over $5 million plus using this exact system. And one of the things is by using DM ads. DM ads is not that new. We've been using DM ads all over since 2019, 2020. Back in the days, if you guys already know a little bit of me, I used to be a music producer and I used to sell beats online. And I was running ads to sell beats, package beats. I used to sell like, hey, DM me the word beats, and I'll send you a 20 beat packs. And then that evolved into drop shipping, and we actually built a drop shipping page. We should do DM ads. Then that went to the MF rental company and the Airbnbs, where we were running advertisement for the rental company. We were also running ads there. Then we started selling the 0% program, running ads, and now we're selling the coaching program, which is still running ads, DM ads. It's the same kind of philosophy. So I want you guys to take note of this because sometimes things get confused when I say, hey, here's the funnel, here's what you need. But here I'm gonna show you pretty much what happens, what goes after, so you can kind of set up your funnels almost the same way. Okay, so let's get right into it. Some good coffee. All right, let's go. So this is kind of like a bird's eye view. Oh, how about the whole entire funnel looks like, um, from like I said, from a bird's eye view. Let's zoom in a little bit. So if this looks too complicated, it's okay. That's why I have this channel for me to teach you this stuff. That for me, if I had this information when I first started, oh my God, man, like. And not only that, that like I know this is proven. This is not something that you're gonna test. I'm like, oh, does it work? Like, like people, I'm currently using this, making millions a year. My clients are doing the same. People that I know in the industry are using the same. I work with some big guys that are doing 200, 300, 400K months, and they're using the exact same systems. Okay, so let's zoom into the first thing. So one of the first thing that happens in our funnel is um, your we call it our 9 step funnel process, by the way. So like one of those things that happen is that your client, there he is, pretty much laying down on a bed or where it may be, is scrolling down social media, and boom, he gets an ad from you saying, pretty much they have a pain point, their problem, and you're saying, hey, how's it going, business owner? Uh, about the problem that you're having, I have the solution for it. So pretty much I have you like a little animation just showing you your clients browsing through the social media, and boom, then boom, pretty much your ad, the solution to the problem. That's pretty much how we hook our clients, right? So they're scrolling down social media, and they like, let's, for us specifically, we help credit and funding companies scale. If you don't know what a funding company is, it's pretty much a company that lends money to business owners, and that's the company that has scaled to past 300K months. It's just a company that help people, small business owners acquire 0% funds, and it's such a valuable product. It was helping me. It helped me. It's such a good product that helped me scale it so quickly because money is so easy to sell. So what my clients would do, it'd be like, hey, business owners with a 700 plus credit score that needs access to 50 to 150K of 0% funding or cash funding or whatever type of lending money system that your business offer, right? Because you can use this for any time, any way of selling money. So we come from an avatar. An avatar is what we call a client that has our problem. Our client avatar is scrolling through social media. They get targeted by an ad that is us giving the solution that they have, which in our case is either credit repair or funding. So your ad, boom, boom. The ad creator should always, this is very important. Your ad creative should always call out the ideal client that you're talking about. You gotta say business owners, whoever you, when you're doing an ad, you always gotta cut out exactly who you want to talk to because then you get too many distractions. Like you gotta go. I'm trying to work with like the always example I always give all my students. Like if you want to find Waldo in a group of 1,000 person and you want to yell out, hey, how do you point out Waldo in a group of like let's say 1,000 people? You gotta say, hey, person with like a red hat, a sweater with white and red stripes, boy in blue pants and brown boots. You gotta get very now down on exactly who your call out is for that person, if they're scrolling down the phone and you say business owner with a 700 plus credit score that has at least 10K in the bank account and is doing anywhere between 20 or 30K a month and wants access to $300,000 in fund for to grow their business, I need you to DM me the word, whatever it may be, for we could go back and forth and see if I could help you fund your business. You get me? So that's the call out. We're getting niche down on exactly who we want to work with. So as soon as that happens to our ad, like our ad is shown to somebody, what happened is two things. So one is automated, one is manual. Sometimes I'm gonna show you first the automated. The automated is as soon as somebody sees your ad and they see give me the word, whatever the word it can be. It could be funds, it could be scale, it could be grow, it could be 0% funds, it could be cash now, it could be loans, whatever the keyword you told on UI to say. It triggers a ManyChat automation, which is connected to a bunch of SAPs. So it just boom, it triggers automatically with an automated response, which it goes directly into the DMs, which is the Instagram account that you're running ads. So boom, DM you the word funds, and then and automatically message goes, hey, thank you for reaching out, my name is Javi. Let's jump right into it. What business are you in? How much money are you looking for, and what type of business are you running, right? So now another thing that happens too, a lot of people comment the word instead of leave you a message. So you gotta do the same thing. Hey, I saw you comment the you, let's say somebody leaves your comment of the keyword that you're running the ads. You go into the profile and say, hey, you, like their name, hey, prospect, I saw you comment on my post about 0% funds or whatever service you provide. Thank you so much for reaching out. Let's get right into it. What business are you in? How much funds do you need, right? And another way that does happen too is people self book. So once you start running ads to your profile, you have a link in bio. And sometimes people don't even send you a DM keyword, or they'll even leave a comment on the ad. Sometimes they just snoop around, you get me, and just click the link in bio and book this over call. Honestly, that's what I've done. I've joined multiple coaching programs, and I've never gone to the DMs. I just because I know I'm in the space. So when I know I'm when I know when I want something. When I'm ready, I just book the call and then join the program. You get me? Like I don't need to be, like I don't really need to be sold. When I'm ready, I'm ready. So the other way that this splits is also the manual. The manual is because sometimes what happens, people either like the ad or give you a follow, and it's the same thing as they let the comment. They haven't done the traditional way that is automated. Your setter, your appointment setter, which you're supposed to have an appointment setter doing this. At this point, we have three people in the DMs, pretty much on the because we get so many messages every day, like 200 plus. So we have somebody just like that's their job to pretty much disqualify leads. If you get a follower from running ads, which you are, if you start running advertisement, you are gonna get a bunch of followers. Your setter has to go, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Or I'll prompt you to follow me. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I follow you because X reason. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not following you because you're a movie star or whatever it may be. They're following you because you're running ads for a certain product. They just maybe they didn't want to reach out to you. They just hit the follow, or maybe they just like the ad. You need to reach out to those people because all these people, all this interaction that you pay for, like right here, the DMs, the comments. Well, the DMs you have to worry about because like as soon as you wake up, you're gonna see a bunch of DMs. Like literally, you can look every 30 minutes. There's a bunch of DMs. But all of this, the self book is automatically, but the comment ones you have to do. That one's manual, and this one it's you have to do it too. So don't forget that. Very important. Okay, once the lead has come in and you have the first contact with them, you go through a verification process. Now, it could be multiple verification process, which is this three. You can either survey them by an application or DMs. You can qualify them by phone number, or you can qualify them by the funnel. Like pretty much the funnel could disqualify themselves because if you send them an application and that application says, as soon as they land the application, because let's say you need a 700 plus credit score to fund your clients, right? So the DM comes in, you send them an application, and the first question is, do you have a 700 plus credit score? If not, I can't work with you because you don't have the right credit score. If they click no, boom, automatically disqualify. You don't have to do the setting appointment. You don't need a setter. But we have seen that it's a lot better if a human do it sometimes. So you have a setter disqualifying them, and then we send them another application asking similar question just to make sure they're not lying or saying any mistakes, right? Another thing that we do is as soon as somebody books an appointment, we also call to confirm. I'm going a little bit ahead right here. So as soon as they come in and we confirm the conversation, we have a conversation with them, we send them a survey link. Like let's say the lead comes in, we say, hey, thank you for reaching out. My name is Javier. Let's get right into it. What business are you trying to fund and how much you're looking for? Let's say hi, I work in this space. I have this service, this credit score, and I have, and I want to, I need this much. You're like, okay, great. Let's see if we can make it happen. I send them a link to book a call. On that calendar, on that link to book a call is a server thing that I was talking to you about. That it will disqualify them asking the same question that you ask in the DM just to make sure that they're like real lead. So if they get to the application page and they're like, okay, hey, what's your credit score? And they put 640 and you only do 700, the application page will cancel the appointment for them because you don't want to you don't want to be doing that by yourself. It's pretty straightforward. So if they answer the questions correctly, they go through a type form. We get notified. Hey, every time through Slack, every time that I somebody books a call with us, I get a notification of their whole application, and every answer that they every question that they answer, I get a little paraphrase about it from my setters and salesmen can take a look at it and they'll cancel it and see the quality of the lead, right? So this is super important. You got to have everything combined for it. That's how you run a business. Everything has to be melted together and everything just connects. It makes the job so much easier. And when you're scaling, if you don't have these systems, it just falls apart. The next thing is the calendar. So once they do the survey, right, and they do qualify everything, they right answer the correct questions, they enter a calendar, and now they get to pick the time and day they want to speak to you. After they book the calendar with you, we use Calendly. They go into a landing page. Now this part is so important, the landing page, because it does most of the objection prevention, right? And most of you guys, or a lot of you guys, if you go starting off, sales will probably be the hardest part for you because you never be in front of the camera, and maybe it's hard for you to sell an 8 grand product or 12 grand product, whatever the price sticker may be, and you don't feel too confident. This will help you a lot. The landing page, if you done correctly, which like you guys have the link to this stuff. You guys check my Instagram account, click the link. You guys see what exactly how I do it. Like that's how you know I'm actively using this. You click and you will see the exact page. You see what I'm doing. It. What it does is right here is objection prevention, which is the landing page process. Again, nobody speaks to us unless they watch this process, these videos. After they book a call with us, and they get the calendar, they pick the time and date, they get this landing page. And they must watch every single video. If not, we do not speak to these people. Because it's so important. Because what happened is if you get on a sales call and you start explaining everything about your product, they're gonna get information low overload. They're gonna start getting like, oh, let me think about it. All these objections that you're gonna deal with because it is a lot of information they're learning. It's a lot of things to think about. But if you give them all that information on the VSL, if you tell them the business partner needs to be there, the decision maker needs to be there, that like all the things in place, set all the expectations in place. By the time they talk to you, they're already thinking about it. They already made their own decision. You want to do all the objection prevention in this stage of the process. So by the time they get to the call with you, they just want to know the price. And the only objection you should be having is a price objection. That's the only objection you should be having. And how do we do that? By doing objection prevention by this landing page. I'm telling you, is a game changer. You have to do it. Look, this VSL right here, you're not gonna get it right the first time. That's why try to copy us if you can and see why I'm doing this because it took me like almost 30 different iterations of this video until I finally cracked the code. At first it was just like a 3 minute video, then it became a 20 minute, like a 10 minute video, then a 15. Now it's all the way 20 minutes. Because every part needed to be there. So very very important. This needs to be there. The second thing, the next step is after the booked appointment, is making sure they show up. So confirming the appointment, something after they book the appointment, and this is how we make sure they watch the video. Because you're like, okay, Javi, they booked the call, this and that. How do I make sure that they actually like watch the videos? And like, that's a great question. Your appointment setter needs to do it. As soon as somebody books a call, 5 to 10 minutes of them booking a call, your appointment setter needs to call them and say, "Hey, prospect, thank you so much for booking a call with us. I was just reviewing your application. I see that you're booking for Tuesday at 3 o'clock Eastern. Here's a question: did you get the landing page after booking with us?" 50% could say yes. 50% could say no. You could be like, "Okay, great. So and also, there's another good thing to add. You need to review the application and be like, if you see anything iffy, there's a time where you mention it. Like, hey, I say that you like if they say, hey, I don't have a good credit score, and somehow they bypass the system. But like, hey, I saw here you don't have a good credit score. What's up about that? Here's where you mention it. But if they say everything checks out, you'll be like, hey, so everything checks out on the application. You booked for a good time. Make sure you watch the landing page. I mean, make sure it's a Zoom call. We always say that, hey, I just wanted to know that it's a Zoom call. So you need to be prepared. Make sure you're not driving. Make sure you have your camera on. Also bring a pen and paper because just if you don't end up joining us, we like to provide as much value as possible. If you can get as much information and actually take that value home and take action and still get some sort of results. We say that because the prospect goes into like, oh, they're gonna pitch me to like, oh, I'm gonna go there and learn and pretty much be almost like excited to the call. All right. And then one of the last things we do is like, hey, did you watch the videos in the landing page? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna get to it or whatever they say. Like, yes, please. Whatever the answer they say to us, like, yes, please watch it. Because if you watch those videos, that will shorten the call by almost 45 minutes. Because instead of me explaining everything that we do and who we are, it's all said in that video. So that way we could jump on our discovery call and we could get straight to the point of how to fund you and your company or whatever the result is, and we could get straight to the point. Does that sound fair? And they're gonna go like, that makes total sense. So like, yeah, so please watch the videos and you move on from there, right? So then you have automated reminders. So automated reminders, it could be through your CRM, it could be through SMS. We also remind them on the DMs and also an hour before the booking of the appointment. Like let's say they book for 3 o'clock Eastern PM, whatever, at 3 p.m. Eastern. We an hour before our salesman or appointment seller, hey, how's it going? And we say the same thing sometimes. Hey, unless we like, if the person seems like that, they had a good head on the shoulders, we don't really have to keep reminding them. But on the appointment, always. But if now, we're like, hey, did you watch the videos? Make sure it's a Zoom call. And we almost said the same thing that we said in the first time they booked the appointment. They said they booked it on Monday and they talked to you on Wednesday. Reassure them, hey, they need to watch the videos. Did they watch the videos? Hey, everything going good? Okay, awesome. Let's go to the next thing, right? So once that's qualified, they go to confirming the call. Then they go to pretty much closing the book. One thing that's very important that I actually learned from this from Alex Ramosi is always learning booking a call to a call. What I mean by this, that if your salesman or your strategy call, the person who does your sales calls, if they close somebody, they need to book a call from a call. So once the prospect joins the sales call and they end up closing, your salesman needs to onboard them on the spot. Like not really onboarding, but start the onboarding process. Let's say 10% of the onboarding process. They go, okay, great, thank you so much for joining us. Quick question. This is something you always should ask. What's one of the main reasons why you joined us? Because you gotta gather data of why people are trusting you and joining you. I'm gonna give you why they joined you. While you're doing that, you're sending them an invitation for them to book a call to do an onboarding call with your fulfillment team, whatever it may be, right? So as soon as you book a call from a call, you don't let them be like, okay, so thank you for closing, goodbye. Hopefully I never see you again. You get me or whatever it may be. No, like all our salesmen are trained to be coaches and for all the clients. If one of my salesmen closes somebody in my company, they're teaching them also. They don't deal with them just in the front end. They also deal with them in the back end. That's why I always say like, hey, you gotta like book a call from a call. Make sure they're not left in the woods. Make sure that like everybody knows what the hell is going. Make sure you introduce to the onboarding coach. Hey, the salesman. Hey, so this is gonna be your coach. This is gonna be this. I'm gonna help you with this. If you need like my number, text me or reach out in Circle or whatever it may be, the Circle group, or it could be the Facebook, whatever group that you have that your team is operating. It could be Slack. It could be Discord. It could be whatever it may be. Hey, here's my Slack. Here's my thing. Reach out to me. So we always keep that open contact between the salesperson and the client that walked in. Always keep it open communication. All my new clients, ever since I brought a new sales team, they all stay in communication. Like they've been operating for my company for about 4 months now, and all the new prospects that had come in recently, all my salesmen stay in constant communication with them up to date. Hey, how's everything going? Hey, did you do this? Did you do this? Because we keep it an open relationship, because especially that like once you make the sale, now the real works begin. Especially in my company that we work with you for 6 months or a year, like I need you to help me in the back end. All right. So let me zoom out one more time. So this is kind of what it looks like. Another thing that I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna put a bunch of links here in the bottom of all the apps we use. So like all the Panda Doc. The Panda Doc is the documents that we use. I'm gonna put our CRM. We use Go High Level for our CRMs. I'm gonna give you guys the landing page and all that stuff. Where you can just copy and paste it and just start operating this thing as soon as possible. I'm gonna give you the forms, the what I use. I'm gonna give you the calendar. I'm gonna pretty much give you all the apps and links that I use. I'm gonna link it below, and like if you get lost, just try to like YouTube it, guys. Like if there's a part in the system that you don't get, like just YouTube it or just ask me real quick. Like if you can shoot me a DM. Hey Javi, I'm lost in this part of the funnel. What exactly here? And maybe one of my team member will catch that and send it back to you. But I'm gonna link down all the links below and start using it. Like Go High Level is an amazing platform. We built a landing page in Go High Level. We have everything in there. I could so if you guys want to just download and start building your stuff there, by all means, I promise you, it's gonna change your life. You're gonna need systems and automations for this stuff. So I hope you guys kind of understood a little bit exactly what is exactly the the funnel step by step. Like I pretty much showed you exactly what happens. It's a 9 step funnel, and again, this funnel we have personally made over $3 million in 1 year with in 2 different companies, and this just using this system. Right now we implement a new system because we're trying to get to $1 million a month and pass $1 million a month, so we're implementing multiple systems identical to this one. So we have this one and then we just adding more. But not only just this system, I've seen like bunch of people using it. We've been using it since 2019, and I have a marketing agency that I'm currently using this model in different industry, like the fitness industry. I have two very big fitness industry clients in my mass impact company, my marketing agency. One of them is doing well over 300K, and they're using this system, so I know it works. So you just gotta like, I'm giving you guys the sauce here. Like I have personally paid so much money just to figure this out because I had to learn step by step. I had to automate a lot of stuff. I had to throw thousands of dollars on ads to be like, what's working, and kind of change it a little bit, change it. And I'm giving you guys pretty much like the sauce of like, hey, here's how it's structured out. All you guys gotta do is implement it. All right. So I hope you got a lot of value in this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.